Hello, I've got a lengthy question here. It's got two parts to it. I'd like to address them both. Let me start with this. The one-size-fits-all philosophy is not effective for many schools. We were forced to change, an example, we were forced to change a very effective reading program several years ago when the district made the change for all schools. To address that question quickly. First of all, when there's a district-wide adoption of a text, it's not as though we sit around in an office somewhere and say, "Hey, let's buy this text this year." There are committees that are put together, and you've got to understand these committees are heavily weighted by teachers. There are teachers who are the practitioners, the ones who do the work, who are helping make these textbook selections. So the selections are research-based, they're needs-based, and so on. Secondly, there's this concept of economy of scales, the purchasing power. When the district buys a whole set of books for the whole district, the money goes a whole lot further. And thirdly, when professional development is being done on the same textbook for everyone, there are considerable savings there as well. Now, having said that and made the case for efficiency and economies of scale and research-based, I want you to know that I'm very comfortable with schools doing individual things. In fact, we've talked before about principals being entrepreneurs, identifying what the specific needs are in their specific schools. And when I say they, I'm hoping that they're including their community council in this discussion, these decisions. And if you'd like to go a different direction, we'd be happy to have that conversation. In any event, a textbook is a tool. I hope nobody's teaching the textbook. I hope everybody's using the textbook as a tool to support, provide resources towards teaching the curriculum, the core curriculum that the state has given us. So to wrap that question up, I don't believe that schools are all the same either. I don't believe that kids are all the same. I say from time to time, there's nothing so unequal as the equal treatment of unequals. And I feel the same, I feel that way about reading as well as I do about a number of other areas. So I would invite you to carefully look at your curriculum, to carefully look at the needs of your school, and if you'd like to use a different tool, be happy to have that conversation, but it's got to be well thought out, and we're going to be looking at results. The assertions made here that the former reading program was very effective. I'd be curious as to how effective the former program was, what the results look like today, and if we're going to try something different, let's try something different. But you know what? If the results go down, then we're going back to the research-based one. Now, the second point here in this same letter, the use of technology to further connect home with school is being done in many schools. I've been impressed with this interaction between school and home. However, I wonder if this course is the most effective use of time and money for our school. If I'm wondering, so what I'm reading here, I'm wondering if the use of technology to communicate with home is the most effective use of time and money. You know, this very morning, I hand wrote some 50 cards to students and to employees to congratulate them on their achievements. I put those in envelopes and we've sent them out. Was that an efficient use of time? Absolutely not. There was not an efficient use of time. It would have been much more efficient to write a couple of emails and send those. I would have known that they got there. Those people would have been able to respond to me immediately. Was it time well spent? Yes, it was. But was it efficient? No, it wasn't. You all know every teacher has a computer. We've provided a computer for every teacher. Emails that go home get there immediately. Parents can email back. There's none of this hand traffic that goes back and forth. If you're a secondary teacher, you don't ever send anything home by hand, or you rarely do, with any hope that it'll arrive, heaven forbid, that it'll come back. And you know what else? The absolute majority of our parents, would prefer electronic communication. So is electronic communication home and back a direction we're going to go? Yes. Is it more efficient than the handwritten notes? Yes. Is it something we're going to continue to do? Yes. Is it something that we hope to expand and intend to expand? It is as well. I thank you all. Interestingly, the question came to me on email. I thank all of you for the great work that you do. Have a great week.